Have you ever felt afraid of falling while walking from the bathroom to your bedroom? Or feared stepping down onto a stone patio without someone beside you? If you're over 60, chances are that feeling has visited you at least once. But what's even more concerning is this. It's not the fall that hurts you the most, it's the fear of falling that slowly takes away your freedom. In this video, I'm going to share a simple walking technique that has helped thousands of seniors around the world regain their confidence to walk without fear, without needing any support devices or medication. It's a technique you can practice at home, backed by trusted scientific studies, and it just might transform the way you move around your own home. The story below is where it all begins. A journey not just about saving your legs, but about giving a 76-year-old woman back the feeling that I can still do this. It was a quiet Sunday morning. Ruth, 76 years old, was making her usual cup of ginger tea. Sunlight lit up her small kitchen in Oregon. The radio was playing her favorite classical piece from 1968. Her mornings had always started like that, peaceful, slow, and familiar. Just a few years ago, she could still carry 2 shopping bags from the store, walk laps around the park, and watch her grandkids every afternoon. "My legs used to be strong," she'd often tell her neighbors. She still remembered walking hand in hand with her husband to the farmer's market, picking tomatoes and apples together, then sitting on the porch eating blueberry pie. But one morning as she stepped out of the bathroom, her foot caught slightly on a thin rug. She didn't fall, but something felt different. Why didn't I lift my foot like I usually do, she silently wondered. At first she brushed it off, but just a few days later, while carrying a tray of tea to the porch, she tripped on a raised brick and fell flat on the ground. Tea spilled across her blouse, her knee swollen and bruised. Thankfully, no bones were broken, but her confidence was shattered. Since that day, she barely stepped outside. The steady steps she once had were now cautious, shaky. She declined invitations from friends, blaming the weather or saying she felt tired. But the truth was, she was scared. Scared of walking, scared of the very floors in her own home. Then on a rainy afternoon, she stood by the window, watching her garden, and saw a woman walking by in the drizzle. It was Linda, the oldest neighbor on the block, 84 years old. But her back was straight and her steps firm. Ruth froze, watching her in awe. The next day, Ruth brought over a jar of blueberry jam and gently asked, "How do you still walk like that? I'm scared of every step I take." Linda smiled. "I used to be just like you. Then I met an old doctor at church. He taught me how to walk again like a child, just 3 steps. But they saved me from breaking my hip. Twice." Linda didn't say much more. She just handed Ruth a small worn piece of paper, written in blue ink by hand. 1. Lift your foot, as if to show off the sole of your shoe. 2. Touch your heel down first, then let the sole follow. 3. Keep your eyes looking 3 steps ahead, not down at your feet. I practiced just like that every morning, every evening. Not fast, not rushed, but steady and correct. From that day on, Ruth began to walk again. Down the hallway, across the living room, out to the porch. Each step was a quiet affirmation: I'm still here. I can still do this. After just 1 week, she noticed something had changed. She no longer needed to hold the wall every morning. She no longer stared down at her feet to feel her way. One morning, she stepped into her garden for the first time in months, took a deep breath of lavender in the air, and felt her heart beat with life again. And that's when she began to wonder, how could one small change save me from a serious fall? The answer, that is exactly what we're going to explore together right now. And more importantly, by the end of this video, I'll reveal a small but powerful secret, a walking tip recommended by licensed physical therapists, yet known by very few, that may help reduce your risk of falling by nearly 60% each year. Stay with me until the end so you don't miss it. Now let's take a closer look at the real reasons seniors are more likely to fall. Because the truth is, it's not just about getting older. It's the result of silent changes happening inside the body. Changes that often go unnoticed. One of the most common causes, shuffling your feet while walking. After age 60, many people no longer lift their feet the way they used to. They take shorter, flatter steps, almost like gliding, as if trying to conserve every bit of energy. But that very habit can become the root of dangerous accidents. According to research from the Stanford University School of Medicine, shuffling reduces your ability to react to small obstacles, like rug edges, uneven floors, or raised bricks. It's not just a sign of weakened muscles or nerves. It's also a red flag for declining balance control. And the more troubling part, when you get used to walking this way, your brain also adjusts to being overly cautious. It stops sending flexible, quick response signals. This means when something unexpected happens, your body might not react in time. That's why shuffling can increase your risk of falling by up to 40% per year. Take a moment. Think about yourself or someone close to you on an average day. Are you walking like you're feeling your way? Have you ever slid your feet across a rug without fully lifting them? If so, it's time for a change. Because even a small stumble like Ruth's can be the beginning of long days, in bed pain and losing faith in yourself. But don't worry. In the next part, I'll guide you through a simple walking technique scientifically proven to reduce your risk of falling by nearly 60%. It's called mindful walking. Mindful walking, a way to walk with safety and confidence. So what exactly is mindful walking? It's walking with intention. Every step is controlled with focus and correct technique. According to research from Kyoto University in Japan, seniors who practiced this technique saw up to a 58% decrease in falls per year. Mindful walking doesn't mean walking fast or walking far. It means walking right. Here are the 3 key points. 1. Lift your feet with awareness. With every step, make a conscious effort to lift your foot off the ground. Imagine you're showing the sole of your shoe to the person behind you. This helps break the habit of shuffling, one of the main causes of trips and falls. 2. Heel first, then sole and toes. This is the body's natural order to maintain balance. When you land on your heel first, your body has time to process the weight shift and adjust your posture. It also helps you absorb impact more gently, preventing sudden loss of balance. 3. Look 3 steps ahead. Don't stare at your feet. Instead, focus your gaze on 3 steps in front of you. This improves posture, gives you time to spot obstacles, and helps your brain plan movements better. With your head up, shoulders open, and eyes forward, your brain stays alert, coordinated, and balanced. Combining these 3 elements creates a rhythm of walking that is deliberate, steady, and safe. You're no longer walking just to get it over with. Every step says, I am in control of my body. I own the ground beneath my feet. Many older adults start these exercises feeling skeptical, but after just a few weeks, what they regain is not only physical stability, but a deeper sense of youth and independence. One person once told me, "It's not just that I can get up more easily, it's that I don't feel dependent on anyone anymore." That small sense of freedom, to walk out to the garden, to get up from a chair on your own, to brew a cup of tea without help, is the foundation of real confidence in aging. You don't need a gym. You don't need a trainer. Just 10 minutes each morning with these 3 simple movements, and you can start rebuilding the foundation for safe, empowered steps. Next, we're moving into a part that surprises many people. Walking properly doesn't just help your legs. It can also protect your memory and slow down age-related cognitive decline. Let's explore how. Strengthening your ankles, feet, and calves. The foundation of every step. Walking with the correct technique is the first step. But if your leg muscles, ankles, and small foot joints are weak, then even walking properly won't protect you from falling if your body loses balance. That's why in this section, I'll show you simple home exercises that help you build stronger legs and help your brain trust every step you take. Let's start with exercise number 1, calf raises. 1. Calf raises. Strengthen calves and ankles. Stand behind a sturdy chair. Lightly hold onto the chair's back for balance. Then slowly lift your heels off the floor so you're standing on your toes. Hold for 2-3 seconds. Then lower your heels down slowly. Repeat 10 to 15 times each morning. This exercise activates the calf muscles, improves balance, and increases ankle flexibility. 2. Towel scrunch. Strengthen the bottom of your feet. Sit on a chair. Lay a small towel flat on the floor. Use your toes to pull the towel toward you as far as you can. This move strengthens the tiny muscles on the sole of your foot, the ones that help you feel the floor and stay balanced while walking. 3. Heel to toe walk. Walk in a straight line like a model. Walk along a straight path, placing the heel of your back foot right against the toes of your front foot, step by step. You can practice this down a hallway or alongside a sofa for support if needed. This exercise trains your spatial awareness and improves coordination between your eyes, inner ear, and leg muscles, a critical combination for avoiding sudden falls. Many seniors start these exercises with doubt, but after just a few weeks, what they regain isn't just stability in their steps, it's a sense of youth returning. One person once told me, the first time they stood up without using their hands for support, they cried. Not from pain, but from emotion. Because it had been so long since they felt like they were still in control of their own body. That small sense of freedom, to walk out into the garden, to rise from a chair on your own, to brew a cup of tea by yourself. That's the foundation of true confidence in aging. You don't need a gym. You don't need a trainer. Just 10 minutes each morning with 3 simple exercises, and you can rebuild the foundation for safe, confident walking. Now we're moving on to something that surprises many people. Walking properly doesn't just help your legs, it can actually protect your memory and slow down cognitive decline in older age. Let's explore how. Mindful walking, nourishing the brain, protecting memory in seniors. Many people believe walking only helps the joints, but few realize this. When done correctly and with focus, each step is like a spark that activates the part of your brain responsible for memory, attention, and movement coordination. A study from Harvard University showed that older adults who practiced mindful walking, meaning walking while focusing on posture, breathing, and movement, showed greater activity in the hippocampus, the brain region directly tied to short-term memory and spatial navigation. Similarly, researchers at the University of British Columbia in Canada found that seniors who walked purposefully and consistently had a higher density of gray matter in brain regions tied to memory and concentration. In other words, walking properly doesn't just prevent falls, it helps the brain age more slowly. When you walk with attention to your steps, your breathing, and your forward gaze, your brain exits autopilot mode. It is forced to re-engage. It has to reconnect with your body, and this reawakening process is what helps delay signs of cognitive decline. One of my friends, Aisha, 76 years old, once told me, "I don't walk for exercise. I walk to stay sharp. Every morning I walk a slow circle around the park. Not rushing, not distracted, just walking and feeling." A few months later, she told me she was sleeping better, forgetting things less, and even returned to an old favorite hobby, doing crossword puzzles every afternoon. Small things, but powerful signs of a brain being gently reactivated each day. So if you think walking only keeps your legs strong, think again. It is also a quiet way to preserve your memory, clarity, and independence. And it's never too late to begin. Shoes, a small detail that can prevent a big fall. You can practice the right way, walk with perfect technique, and even have strong legs. But if you're wearing the wrong pair of shoes, all of that can fall apart in a single misstep. That's why in this next section, we'll talk about something that seems small, but plays a crucial role in your safety, your footwear. According to a study published in Footwear Science, up to 45% of falls in older adults are linked to improper footwear. And more notably, most of these happen inside their own homes. So what turns a pair of shoes into an invisible enemy? Loose slippers that easily slip off smooth soles with little or no grip. Shoes that don't support the ankle or lack a firm heel. Shoes that are too heavy or have hard soles, which reduce foot reflexes. On the other hand, a good pair of shoes for seniors should have non-slip soles that grip the floor, even on tile indoors. Lightweight design, easy to slip on but snug around the foot. Velcro straps or laces that keep the heel secure. Rounded toe boxes, not pointed, to avoid tripping. One clear example, Mr. Matthew, 82 years old, fell twice in his kitchen and hallway, even though he was in fairly good health. The cause, a pair of old soft rubber slippers with worn-out soles. When he switched to shoes with better grip and ankle support, he said something I'll never forget. "It feels like I'm reconnected to the ground," and he's not alone. Many geriatric doctors agree that choosing the right shoes is one of the simplest, yet most effective ways to prevent falls in seniors. Sometimes just changing your slippers can cut your risk of hospitalization in half. Don't wait until a fall happens to rethink your shoes. Check them today. And if you're looking for a small first step towards safety, your everyday shoes might just be the turning point. A final message. For you who still walks to protect your freedom and dignity. As you can see, preventing a fall doesn't require magic. It simply takes a few minutes each day to walk mindfully, to do a few gentle exercises, to wear the right shoes, and most importantly, to believe that you still can. You may have once feared walking, felt shaky getting out of bed, but today you've stayed with me all the way to the end of this journey, and that means this: you still have hope, you still have courage, and your steps still matter. I believe you will walk again in the garden, hear the birds, feel the morning sun without fearing every step. You will make your own tea, stroll around the yard, or simply walk to dinner, without holding on to a chair, without needing someone to guide you. Because every steady step you take is a quiet yet powerful statement: I am still alive. I am still in control of my life. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. Your presence, even in silence, is the reason we continue to share useful, kind, and honest messages for older adults around the world. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. You just might be the reason someone never falls again. See you in the next video, where we'll keep living healthy, living actively, and living every moment of our golden years, one step at a time.